What a strange birthday it has been. No one could have ever imagined this 78th birthday to pass like this. Although I am fine with a simple birthday, I know that devotees are sad that they are not able to celebrate with me. But one must humbly accept God's way of things. The world as a whole is facing a tremendous challenge with a tiny virus challenging the very way of life as we know it. And in the last 3 months, our lives have changed in huge ways. Isn't it ironic? The huge ego of humans has been challenged by a spectacularly tiny and invisible virus. This is the most important time where we have to analyze ourselves. Being a mere human does not give humanity. When we adopt dharma and spirituality in our lives, we become human. And only when we are human do we become truly human. Dharma, the system or order that keeps the delicate balance of life on earth, is essentially what makes us truly human. History has shown us time and again that those who have adopted an adharmic way of life have suffered. Sri Krishna, the great teacher, has given us much advice on dharma, our duties and our rights in the Bhagavad Gita. The Gita also tells us that with change being the only constant in life, accepting it gracefully makes us better. It pains me to see anyone suffer, and it pains me more to see the poor suffer. I feel the middle class and the poor adhere to dharma more. In spite of difficult situation they live in, trying their best to live honestly and follow the dharmic way of life. Dharma also teaches us about honesty, and we must teach our children the fruits of being honest. Then alone can a just society be established. I have also talked about contemplation on the life we lead. We must meditate on how we have lived and analyze our acts and behavior. Our conscience must agree with our actions and conduct. It is a difficult test, but a test we have to take. And if we do not do well in this test, we must identify the problem areas and make necessary changes to improve ourselves and our actions. While we care for ourselves and our families, we should try and help those in need, because helping others brings great satisfaction in this life and helps in one's afterlife too. As members of society, we must take part in reducing the problems society faces. The former suicides in India have worried me a lot. Ending one's life does not solve problems. It only creates more. I pray to Datta to give solutions and energy to the leaders of the country to help farmers and migrants. On this 78th birthday, I pray to Jayalakshmi Mata to bless us all. Through her blessings, may we be inspired to respect women. Her life and messages have guided me all through my life. They are the founding pillars of my spiritual work. May our prayers and spiritual strength help us in facing the difficult situation. Let us hope for a better and just tomorrow. Jai Gurudatta.